So, hello, I'm Jo Sampson, and I'm here to talk about my experience of doing interior design modules 1 to 3 at the University of the Arts of London. In module 1, we got introduced to a residential project, so everybody had the same project to do initially, and it was quite a classic London property, sort of single-storey Victorian, and we were looking at putting an extension on the back. And the tutor very cleverly refused to allow us to have a plain rectangular extension, so that we all actually had to do some design work and think about what shape it was going to be. And through that project we got an introduction to how to do the technical drawing, we got an introduction to how to think about colour palettes, how to choose furniture and fittings and all of those sorts of things, and began to look at some of the restrictions that you might face in a residential property, like soil pipes and sort of where the bathrooms need to be, and the rules around what heights, ceiling heights need to be and things like that. And we also did a little bit of garden design, which was great fun. Module 2, we then moved on to doing a commercial property, and it's really quite an exciting and challenging project because it's a triangular building, 2 floors with a restaurant in it. So you get to think about what you'd like the restaurant to be and design the full visual concept. So even though everyone's using the same shell of a building, there's much more diversity in people's projects than there is in the first module, because people have got more skill, but there's also much more variety. So doing that, we were able to really advance our understanding of kind of the structural considerations. We learned how to design staircases, and we learned sort of how much space needs to be dedicated to back of house, kind of ergonomic spacing you need around a table so that someone can push their chair out without tripping up a waiter, and all of those sorts of things. And the difficulties that came with that space meant that inevitably our design thinking really improved. Then when we moved on to module 3, everyone brings their own project. So you've got some people doing something commercial, some people doing something residential, and again we just sort of ratcheted everything up a notch. So we designed some of the rooms in full detail, so you go through a bathroom and discover how much there is to choose. There wasn't anything extra in terms of what was in module 3 versus module 2, but the nature of the project and the fact that we go to one greater level of detail means you really solidify the learning, really get everything that you need out of it. And then you've got lectures in the mornings when you do the course, where you learn about how to put your CV together and what working with a builder is really like, and how to organise your list of things you're going to buy, and all of the stuff that takes you from student to person who's ready to walk out the door and be an interior designer.